Welcome to One-on-One with Jomara. Our special guests this morning are Detective Sergeant Nick Jones with the Enid Police Department and Garfield County Sheriff Jerry Niles. Thank you, gentlemen, for being with us this morning. It's that time of the year where people are busy shopping for their loved ones, and probably they let their guards down in the spirit of Christmas, and they just want to be relaxed and happy. But in reality, it's a difficult time also because of the thieves and because of all the other things that can happen during this time. Now, Sergeant John, can you tell us what are some of the best practices when we go to the mall to shop?
Yeah, some of the best practices to the mall, especially when you walk to your car, have those keys in your hand. That way when you get to your car, you're not fumbling through your purse or your pockets trying to get those keys out so you know your surroundings. And also when you get there, park close to a well-lit area. Don't park out the farthest from the mall. Park close to the mall and under a well-lit area, so when you walk out, you see what's around you.
And speaking about parking lot and going to your car, sometimes you get a lot of packages and you go back and forth to your car because you say, I cannot carry this, you know, it's too much. What happens if we leave visible things like our packages or our electronics in the car?
The number one thing we see right now is people not locking their cars. It sounds like an obvious deal, but when you're hustle and bustle back and forth, people just don't lock their cars. So make sure your car is locked when you leave your packages. And also put them out of sight, even your electronics, your iPads, your cell phones, put them in the glove box. Make sure your packages are in the trunk. Even those charging devices, if they see a charger inside your car, they're gonna know that there's some kind of electronic in your car that they're gonna wanna try and get to.
See, that's a really good point. I never thought that just a simple charger will lead to all this thinking for them. So thanks for that tip. Now, what about Christmas present safety at home? We get big boxes of electronics and whatnot, and when it's time to toss that box, we just leave it out there and everybody knows what we just got.
Absolutely. So. With the tracking that we have with different shipping companies these days, you can pretty much tell pretty close when your package is going to be there. So the best advice is just make sure you're home, and then most options that on your packages have them made to be signed for. That way somebody has to receive that package when they get there. And if those two options aren't available, have it shipped to your place of business. That way you know that there's a receptionist that can sign for your package, or that package actually comes to you.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I never thought about sending it to my place of business, but thank you for that tip. Now, if anybody has additional questions, how can they contact the Enid Police Department?
You can call us at our non-emergency line at 242-7000, option 1, and that'll get you to our call takers to report even the smallest things that you see during the holiday seasons. These guys are out there ready to help you, ready to serve you, so don't hesitate to call them.
Okay. Well, thank you, Sergeant John. And now, Sheriff Niles.
Yes, ma'am.
This is again, busy time of the year. What services do you provide to the people that are outside of the city limits?
Well, you know, we're the law enforcement for all of the county, and so we cover the 1,060 square miles of Garfield County. Basic law enforcement services. And talking about home shopping and safety, reiterate with on Sergeant John's talking about packages delivering at home. Once you get those packages at home, and once you've got all this trash waiting for you make sure your boxes are cut up, put in the trash can. You don't want to have those big screen TV boxes laying beside the trash receptacles, because they're just saying, oh, you got a new TV or you got a new microwave. Also, another thing on the smart TVs, it would be best if you use on the outside of a lot of the boxes is the actual serial number for the smart TV. Smart TVs, you can contact the manufacturer on some of the models. If you're having difficulties programming your TV, and it's been rare cases, but there's been those times where people have tried to hack into other people's smart TVs in their homes based on Wi-Fi. So cut those serial numbers off, destroy the boxes as best you can, so you won't have any hacking problems. Same way with smartphone boxes and things like that. Things can happen. So in this age of hacking and technology, We want to be as preventive as we can. On deliveries out in the county, Sergeant John and I talked about it, is if you're not at home during the day, have them leave a card so you go pick it up at the UPS or FedEx or at the post office, or have an alternate address, either your workplace or a relative or a friend you know that's home most days. Think of those as options rather than having them delivered straight to your house. Another thing that we offer, and the Enid Police Department also offers, is house watch. The holiday season, besides shopping, you're also out visiting. You're out away from the home for a couple of days. If you know you're going to be away for an extended period of time, you live outside the city limits of Enid, in the rural areas, give us a call. We'll put your house on the house to watch list. We're going to ask some questions, and there's pretty standard questions that all police and sheriff's offices ask. Are there going to be any lights on? Any cars in the driveway? Is anyone coming over to take care of the mail or the newspaper or pets or animals? And those are the things we ask, and we put that on our hot sheet, and our patrol deputies are aware of what's going on.
And see, that's a great program that you offer to keep us safe, and especially with the traveling that happens on the holidays. It's good to know that your house is going to be watched, looked over, especially.
And it's just not the holiday seasons, it's year round for us, because we're here, we're in law enforcement, we're here to serve. We are your public servants, and that's what we're here to do, and that's what we signed on to do.
Well, thank you. Now, what are the main issues that you see this time of the year, other than that safety with the Christmas packages and the shopping? What are the main issues that you see?
For us, it's vehicle burglaries are usually up. Again, lock your vehicles. Keep your items out of sight, locked up in a trunk, or taken into the house. Outbuilding burglaries are an increase in the months of November and December for us. People looking for items to steal. So we have, those are our two biggest things we have out in the county during the holiday season.
Okay. So any last advice that you can provide to the residents of Enid for this time of the year? Any last advice you can provide?
I'd just say be observant to your surroundings. Make sure you know what's going on. Shop in groups. Don't be by yourself. And try and get in before dark. And besides that, have a great Christmas.
Well, thank you. Yes.
And another thing, record serial numbers on your big ticket items. Keep those safe in case something does happen. It allows us as investigators to help solve these or recover these items a lot quicker.
Wonderful. Well, before we go, let's see those numbers again on the screen. If you need to contact the Enid Police Department or the Garfield County Sheriff, those are the numbers that you can call. And again, just be cautious. And if you have additional questions, you can contact them. Thank you, Sergeant John and Sheriff Niles, for joining us this morning. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching One on One with Jomara.